What's up, guys? S2H back in action once again, and it's official. Carey Price has entered God mode. Craig Button is salty as hell, and Paul Byron is scoring beautiful, picture-perfect, short-handed goals. And the Montreal Canadiens win Game 1 of their series against the Toronto Maple Leafs, defeating them with a hard-fought effort, a beautiful third-period goal by Paul Byron, short-handed, to win the game 2-1. And before I even get into this review, I had to say a big shout-out to John Tavares and his family. I wish nothing but the best for that guy. I hope his injury isn't very serious. As we all seen, he really got hurt bad last night, and he's out indefinitely. I definitely do not expect to see him back for this series, so all the best to John Tavares. But let's get into this game, and one player who I want to talk about in particular, especially in the first period, is Josh Anderson. Josh Anderson was hitting everything in sight. He was skating around like a madman. Before he did score his eventual goal, which I will talk about in a second, he had a beautiful chance where he almost put it over the pad of Jack Campbell, but Campbell was pretty sharp tonight, as well as God mode playoff Carey Price, who was phenomenal. But 12:08 into the first period, Josh Anderson cracks Jack Campbell's code. Eric Stahl ends up getting a turnover off Joe Thornton's stick at the blue line, kicks it up to Josh Anderson. Josh Anderson, with that amazing speed and size he has, splits the defense, makes Bogosian looks like a fool, and beats Jack Campbell clean with a beautiful shot. That was all the scoring in the first period. The first period was a lot of chippy defensive play, especially by the Habs. They were out hitting the Leafs 2-1. They were not giving them nothing up the middle of the ice. Marner and Matthews were getting their chances, but most of those chances were on the power play, and they weren't getting nothing up the middle of the ice. They couldn't generate any speed up the middle of the ice, which is really a big part of the Leafs game. So if the Habs can keep them to that yellow line on the side of the boards, they can keep them behind the net. This series is going to be a good series, and Montreal has a good shot at winning this series. But then in the second period, who else scores for the Toronto Maple Leafs but the red-hot William Nylander? 13 points in his last 13 games, and he continues that trend into the playoffs. Off a Justin Hall slap shot, the puck comes behind the boards. It hits off Riley or Foligno, one of them, comes over to Nylander, hits off Price's pad, and then Nylander puts it over Price's pad. Price had no chance on that. 4:28 into the second period, Nylander gets the goal, assisted by Riley and Foligno. We go into the third period because there wasn't much more action after that in the second period. Just like the first, a lot of chippy hockey, a lot of forcing the Leafs behind the boards. Same thing with Montreal, a lot of dump and chase hockey trying to retrieve the puck, which I think they did a pretty good job at tonight personally, and a very physical game. A lot of hits. But in the third period, with roughly 10 minutes left or midway through the third period, Carey Price makes the save of the game. It was actually the TSN turning point on TSN today. William Nylander is coming in. He gets, I believe it was Edmonton turned it over. They come in on a 2-on-1, William Nylander and Mitch Marner. Nylander makes a beautiful pass to Mitch Marner, and Marner goes down to one knee, gets everything he can on the shot, and Carey Price absolutely denies him with the blocker. It was a beautiful save. It will be on highlight reels for years to come, but not as much as the game-winning goal. The Leafs, after getting a ton of stupid penalties, managed to get a power play late in the game with roughly 7 minutes left. And who gets the puck but Paul Byron, scoring a shorthanded goal for the Montreal Canadiens at 12:44 into the third period. A beautiful goal where Justin Hall actually knocked him down. He had to get himself up on one knee, get the puck on his stick, and score the game winner. And what does Paul Byron do? He scores the game winner. The Habs out-hit the Leafs 55-27. Price has a .972 save percentage. Jack Campbell played good as well with a .933 save percentage. But the story of this game is Carey Price enters God mode. Paul Byron was awesome. Josh Anderson was awesome. And the Habs win. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's get ready for game 2. Go Habs, go, baby. Woo!